I've got the resin and I've got a nail file and I've got my other files. So I just want to make sure the resin that I'm using has got a, you know, not a rough edge on it. Some of the pieces, like this piece here, just file it, make it a little bit more. I mean, I'm not going to take all day doing this, but some of the pieces, they might be too much up or... Right, so these are all the resin bits we're going to be using. So what I'm going to do first is, I've got a couple of moons here. Let's put everything in sort of quick categories. Christmas and flowers, Christmas, those things, stars. Right, so these are all the moons. Right, so the Nuva drops that I think I'll do the moons in. Let's do this. Remember, they've got to dry as well. And I mean, if I missed any, I can go over them again, or I don't know how these are going to come out. I'm going to leave them eyes open, not glue on round them. This stuff, it falls back once it's dry anyway. So it won't be as thick. Okay. Don't know if this is going to work out, but all we can do is hope and pray. So let's just move that off onto there. These ones, this will be better, I think, because it's a more solid one. They probably have to have another couple coats, and I won't remember which one's what and the colours. What a thing to have to do though. Nuva drops with resin pieces. No, we're not allowed to use paint or anything like that, because that would have been picked for us. So yeah, I've got the, you know, resin pieces with these, because I would have painted them. I would have at least gessoed them and then probably painted them and then just gone round with some glitter ones of these and made them sparkle a bit, or some clear even. Look at that. Okay, let's get that on. It looks like when you've iced a cookie or something, you know. How they're going to dry, I don't know. We'll have to see, won't we? That's all we can do. I'm going to do this one. This is like silver moon dust. It's like clear, but it's got blue and grey glitter in it, so we'll see. I think I'm pretty much sure. Oh, they're horrible trying to do them when they're small like this. I'm pretty much sure that these type of ones, the glitter ones that are see-through, like this, are going to come out better than the other ones. I'm sure of it. Look at that. Right, hang on. Let me put that on there. And my hands are getting all messed up with these. Look at the state of them. It's so funny. Oh dear, let's get on with this tray. I've got this Nouveau glitter accents, but I don't know what colour. The thing's dropped off of the gem. Seasonal pine. Okay, we'll have a bit of seasonal pine. Guys, I've just finished up doing them all. It's taken me a long time to do them. This is them. I've just got to let them dry. Right, so them and them. I used a small paintbrush which I've just washed up and just added the colours on top at the end because it just wasn't coming out so great. I still want to do something on the top of that. That one flicked over and it's got so much of it on. It all started coming off. I got it caked on my hand. This stuff is not paint, but it's like glitter glue. You know when you've got that nail polish on that's got all the glitter in it and you've got about 3 layers on it of it on your nail and you try and get it off with nail polish remover and you can't budge it. Well, that's what this paint is on your hand. And it is extremely annoying. And I've got glitter everywhere. So, we're going to allow them to dry out. Allow the wet pieces of wallpaper to dry out. Our moulds are forming, which is a great thing. They seem to be going hard, so that's great. What else? I was going to do it this afternoon at 2 o'clock and unmould the mould, but I thought they might still be really wet inside even after 7 hours, so I think I may leave them till tomorrow morning. That gives them all overnight to dry. That will give these stickles all night to dry. I don't think I can do anything else with these stickle things and these resins, but I'll look when they're done. I think they're more or less done. We'll see how they're drying, because stickles and these Nuva drops, which are very similar, they all seem to either leave a lovely domed gloss on the top or they sink into the item. even if it's a plastic, they seem to sink down. So we'll see how they develop. I mean, these should be dry within 3 hours or that. It's just the mould, the ceramic paste that I've got to unmould that will take the time. I'm hoping, fingers and toes crossed, that the powder just doesn't all fall apart, because all that is powder and water, and I don't like that. But I'm hoping that it'll go okay. So tomorrow we will do a little bit more with the resin embellishments, and we will unmould them, and if I'm allowed to use some gesso and some paint, even if it's just one colour of paint, that would be brilliant. Because then I can paint them resin pieces and show you the finished result. So I'm going to find out if I'm allowed to do that. And for now, hang on, I've got things rolling about. For now, I shall love you and leave you. And all have a nice evening, guys. And yeah, this will be part of one of the videos anyway. Right, I'm back, guys. It's the next day. It's early morning. What I've done is I've sewn around the edges of these. That's all I've done. Because the paper wasn't sticking just with that glue anyway. And yeah, I've done all different like stitch designs on them. Well, 3 different stitch designs. And I think they look nice. Just put a little bit of thread on them. I've done my resin. I'll show you that now. I've done my resin pieces. This didn't start out well. I mean, look at this, look. It didn't start off very good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them on and see if I can touch them up with a bit more Nuva drops or something, if I have to. Right, so the next stage is, with these, is I've got all these, yeah. So what I've done is the big die cut one that was like half empty. I've taken all the die cuts and I've taken them all out of that pad. That's what was left in the actual book. I've got just a few here that are Christmas related, so I can put some of this on. So I'm just going to have a look which ones were actual. Right, so flower themes, flowers, anything goes, more flowers, darker, that can be Christmas, so can that. Flowers, didn't I, yeah, flowers there. Lighter ones, gothic-y type, that could be Christmas if I wanted it. That's got a squirrel on it, so I'll leave that up there. So I can do like 3 of them types, but what resin pastes have I got? So I've got some mushrooms. I've got a Christmas tree. So let's think, this is a larger piece. So I'm going to put the tree on that, I think, on this one. Now I've got some mushrooms. Are these dry? Because I put my finger in this yesterday. That's hence it's run, look. But it's made a nice type of thing. Hang on, let's get some of the mushrooms. Toadstools or whatever they're called. Because I was going to have the 3 on 1, wouldn't I? But don't know. Or I could just do like that. I'll put that one on there. Put 2 little ones on. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I really don't, because I didn't make up enough. Oh, I've got another. Yeah, I have. I've got this one. Right, put this one on there. That'll look better. Then these 3 can go together on here or so. Well, I was going to have one of them on the lighter ones, wasn't I? With the squirrel. Right, hang on a minute. Let me just change these about a minute. Is there any more of those? No, there isn't. Oh, that's a piece of the resin, is it? Right, hang on. Okay. Well, that'll be alright, I guess. Right, we'll concentrate on these as we've got the Christmas die cuts out. So, let me... You'll be alright there, won't you? Right, let me just sit down, do this. I wanted something in the back, but I didn't really want the squirrel covered. I've got... So I don't want to do this too Christmassy because it's more woodland, like autumn time. What way does this go? It does go that way. What else have we got here? We've got a flower. A piece of wood. That would... Now that would go nice. We've got some bows here as well. But that one's too big. We could do that. I'm not going to mess about with these for too long. Because it'd take me for hours otherwise to do everything. But I just want to make sure that they're laid down. I think that will do nicely. So we'll have that on first. Remember, I've got no stamps or anything else. I'm going to actually glue these on. This glue that I'm using is, it's for wood as well, resin and everything else. I can glue it on paper. So, but it will take a bit to dry. But I'm not going to mess about with these for too long because I've got the other project today as well. Let me just move that down a bit. Okay. Right, that's our first one done. We could do with a sheet here. What I'll do is I'll just take this off of here a minute because then I can lay them on there. If we work on a few at a time. Right, so that's our first one done. And I've got no room, absolutely no room to put them anywhere. Right, so I'll just leave that to the side while I'm working on the Christmas ones anyway. And let's see what we've got. We've got poinsettia. I love poinsettias. They must be, apart from mini sunflowers, my favourite flower of all time. Absolutely gorgeous they are. Just see what can... No, it just covers the whole thing on the back. So like these. That would just cover it though, wouldn't it? But that would look nice, wouldn't it? Could have that coming off. Tree. That'd be better on the blue, wouldn't it? On the opposite side. Like that. Oh, we'll get this done. I love that. We'll do it. Get it done. Just see some more. Oh no, they're on something. There's a little Christmas jar there. Yeah. I do like the little poinsettias. That can go there. And then this could sort of go, or is there one that's bigger? It's got no berries on it though, is there? I think I'm going to have that on there, Let's find something for the bottom part. Some nice holly. I love that. But that would look nice. I'm just trying things until I... I mean, I've got to use these up anyway, so maybe this one would have been better. Have 2 lots of that in it, and maybe a piece of that coming out of that to build it. No, that's too much. That could go on there somewhere, I think. I'm just going to do that on that one. Where's the glue gone now? I've also got some glue dots around here which will stick the resin down, which would be handy. So we can do these carded bits and stick them on, because it's better to do that like that, because then you can shift them around. I don't need the bottom of this glued, but I've got some glue dots here. I've got some bigger ones somewhere. Oh, they're still sticky. And that's taken 2. There's 3 glue dots in there. We'll have all the glue dots. Right, there we go. Just make sure that's down. That's lovely. That's stuck. There we go. Look. I love it. I love that. Right. Okay. Well, I'll put glue dots on the back of the resin. It won't take so long to dry then. Right. I want this flower up here, like that. I do love holly, beautiful. I love holly and poinsettias and everything, but I might be able to get something else in there, like this house, or no, the bloody background. I need to keep the background in. There's another one of these. Put that on there. What is up on this? Oh, there's a bit that's just come off a bit. I know what that's all about. I wanted to keep that scrolly metallic in the back. I should have kept that piece of bloody holly for there. Oh dear. Oh no. Have I got any more holly? I can see another piece. Yes. Right, okay. We've got another piece of holly, because we can have a bit, maybe. Alright, we could have a bit at the bottom. What I'm going to do, that's stuck on. I'm going to put that on. Should put it in that way? Yeah. And get some glue dots. You see, put some glue dots on the back. Now, where's that silver? Right, okay. I'm gonna go there with it like that. Put it in there. There we go. Look, I love that. Look, for a Christmas junk journal, stick that straight onto a page. Right guys, I'm back with this part of the video. Last part we done the embellishments. We're waiting for them to dry to do the show and tell. This part I've unmoulded the ceramic powder mix that I've done for the moulds, and I have to tell you I love them. Now I've got together those which I'm going to show you unfinished, and then I'm going to paint them. I've chosen these couple paints here. Right, this is the first one. And she's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. That's not an indentation, that's just a shadow on her nose. Look. And they come out perfect. Apart from that little bit, but it doesn't matter because it's in her hair. So that's not an indentation, it's just a shadow. So that's her. Right. And then I've got this one, which is I think this is called the Vowed Lady. She's gorgeous, look. Vowed Virgin? Oh, I don't know. It's called something, the Vowed something. But the detail in these, wow. But what I've done, let me just pull this away. What I've done is they needed stands to go on. So what I've done is I've made these out of curtain rings, took the screw part out and hot glued them together, and just so they keep up. So let me just show you. So when it's on there, it can stand like that. And also I've done this one out of these old reel things. I've got tons of these plastic reels. I put some cotton over that, so it becomes a stand for it. Okay, so these were just extra things I've done, but I probably will paint this, probably paint that up. So I'm going to paint these two figures. I love them. The detail in them is amazing. Look. Aren't they gorgeous? guys, so I finished, yay. It was a bit stressful to start with, but I got there in the end. The ceramic powder, when it's set, it stays very cold, like stone, you know, like when you touch concrete, but it's more or less like, it feels like plaster of Paris, but it's quite a lot heavier, but it seems to stay ice cold, and it's still ice cold. It was providing difficult to paint the outside because it wouldn't dry, but finally I got it to dry and I repainted it again, and I added a little bit of Inca Gold on the top of it. So they really are lovely. The embellishments, they did take a while to do, but they're done. Everything's done now, thank God. Oh, it's been one of them things. I even wanted to make the little statuettes a little plinth each, so I had 2 of these. I've got tons of these plastic things, so I wrapped some rope string around, painted the ends just quickly. This one was curtain rings, so it just gives it a little stand, you know. I only painted it quickly with a gold metallic, and yeah, it gives it that little bit of stand up. But if I use them moulds again, I would definitely use normal resin to do them with, because they're dry in no time, where these seem to have taken approximately 2 days to dry out, and then the paint wouldn't dry, which was thinking that there's still moisture coming out of the ceramic powder. So yeah, I think smaller pieces in a tray, like a silicone mould in a tray, would be fine with that type of powder, but anything that's big and bulky like these statues, well, they're not that big. I can fit one into my hand. Hang on, I'll show you. Look, they're not that big, but you see, because they're thick inside and that, they do, you know, they do stay. They're really cold to touch. Really cold. I mean, they're solid. Managed to unmould them properly, and one of them moulds was really hard to get out, but yeah, I've done it all. Now if anyone wants any of them embellishments on the journal embellishments I've done, let me know and I'll send you some. That'll be UK only though. I've got a ton of them now. Absolute ton of them. But if you would like some, let me know and I'll send you some. Yeah, well, thank you everyone that's popping in and out my channel. I do respect that, and I love to see you from time to time. And thank you for watching this video, and I know you have, because you've watched through to this part. And Elaine and Kari, well, let's see what they come up with. This has been a very long challenge for me, but it's been up and down with it. I mustn't lie, you know, it's been up, down. I've been banging things and clanging things, and yeah, I mean, it's been funny. It's been really funny. So I'd like to see what Kari and Elaine done. I don't know what they've got on their list, as I've said in the video. I'd like to know. I mean, we gave each other 2 items each. I do know what I've given Kari out of my 2 items, and Elaine the 2 items, and they know their 2 items they've given to me, but the rest they don't know, and we don't know what we're making. So the links will be in the description. Go over there, subscribe if you haven't, and follow them and watch their video, because I am so excited to see what they've made. I'm sure it's something better than my embellishments. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.